Hello my yarny friends, I'm Sara Sach. Welcome back to my crochet channel. Now today's video is a scrap happy project. We haven't done one in a while. And I was inspired by my grandson's car that he probably needs a trash bag. And so what I thought I would do is get into all my cotton yarns. These are all different shades of 100% cotton yarns that I had on hand, leftovers, and made this fun bag. Now I'm going to pull the plastic bag out so you can see it better. So this is a bag that has a drawstring. It measures approximately 12 inches tall and about 16 inches around. But because we did it with a stretchy stitch, it can stretch more and more if you have more and more things you want to put in there. I am calling it a car hanging trash bag, but it's also a great bag for traveling to put some toys in, maybe color book and crayons. And it has this nice big handle because you can take out the headrest in the back seat, hang this over and put the headrest back in, and you've got a hanging bag back there. Kids can put toys in. They can put, if you're going to the beach, their bathing suit or extra toys to take to the beach or to the pool. It's all, again, trash bag, but also a project bag. Take along with you. Hang this on, say, this gear shift, hang it on there, and you've got a bag to keep things in. But it also makes a great trash bag. And this is just one of those Walmart bags that you can use any kind of bag, and they fit nice and tidy down inside. And it keeps all the nasty stuff in a plastic bag in one place. And then when you stop and get gas, you can toss this out, go inside, get some snacks, and you've got another bag. Yes, this makes a great snack bag too. It's just a great all-purpose car bag. And I thought it would be really fun. Again, I was inspired by my grandson. He's got his car now, and he's super busy. He drives to school, he drives to church, he drives to band, he drives to practice, he drives to work, church, everywhere, and he takes his sister places as well. And it's nice to have a car bag because you know those kids are always eating in the car. Nice place to put your trash and easy to keep it contained and tossed. So this is a great project for anybody, whether you're a kiddo, whether you're in college, having to take care of your things yourself, or just a mom on the run. Lots of great uses for this car bag. I am calling it a car hanging trash bag, but again, lots of uses. Now you can find the complete pattern with pictures. As always, I'll put that blog link down in the notes underneath this video. All right, let's talk about supplies. Now you're going to need approximately 5.5 ounces of a medium weight number 4 cotton yarn. Now you can use a medium weight number 4 acrylic if you want to. I just really like using cotton for this since it is going to be used as a trash bag. You're probably going to want to wash it more than you would, say, just a regular bag that's acrylic. But you can use any yarn that you want to as long as it's a medium weight number 4. I recommend using a cotton. And now this is, like I stated earlier, a scrap happy project, which means I just got into my cotton yarns that are medium weight number 4, put some colors together that were similar. We got lots of different shades of blue in here, a couple different shades of yellow, a little bit of green. Just by grabbing just some different types of cotton yarn that I had on hand. You can do it all in one color. You can stripe it. You can make it purposely colors that you want to, or you can do like I did and just get in your yarn stash and have some fun. You could match this to the car of the person that you're giving it to. My grandson's car, I talked about earlier, is kind of a periwinkle blue. Of course, it belonged to us first. We gave it to their dad, and then he gave it to their son, and we think that's awesome. And he loves driving it, and it's nice to have a trash bag. Okay, and so this bag itself measures, it's about 12 inches tall, and that's not counting the handle on the top, or large loop you might call, in order to hook it onto something. And then it is about 16 inches around. So it's not huge. It's just the perfect size to hang in a car. Or maybe even stick in a bag on a motorcycle or something like that. It's just a great little trash bag to have with you. All right. Now you're going to be stitching with our eye hook, which is a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. You need a needle and a pair of scissors. And then the other thing that you'll want to grab is to hang on to some of your bags. This one is a Walmart bag. You can get them from any place. These are perfect for this, okay, because you can slide it down in there and it will hold the bag. And then when you want to take the trash out, you just grab this bag and throw it out or empty it, okay? And that's why I wanted to make it to fit this bag. Now, it's not as big as this bag. It has a little more room in it, but that's just so if you want to, this bag does stretch, so you can put larger things in there, like soda and Monster drinks or whatever teenagers are drinking nowadays, or even adults for that matter. Candy wrappers, potato chip bags, you know, put all that stuff in there, and then they can take care of their car and throw the trash out. Okay? All right, let's get started. We're going to begin with our slip knot, and we're going to loosely chain 29 chains. It's important that you do this beginning chain loosely because we're going to be stitching on both sides of the chain. But don't worry, I'll explain that to you as we go. All right, so 29 chains loosely. So I have chained 29 chains, just a little bit loose. And what we're going to do is we're going to stitch a double crochet in the fourth chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to stitch one double crochet in each of the chains, working all the way across. And we're going to do this until we reach that last chain. All right, so one double crochet in each of the chains, working all the way across our row. We began in the fourth chain from the hook and stitched a double crochet. This chain 3 counts as our first, and we've stitched in each chain one double crochet until we've reached our last chain. And in our last chain, we're going to stitch 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. All right, so we count our chain 3 as our first stitch, and then we stitched 1 in each and then 2 in the last, so we have 28 double crochets. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn our work, and we're going to work down the opposite or other side of our chain. All right, so we'll just stitch 1 double crochet in that first stitch. Let me get that tail of yarn out of the way. And we're going to stitch 1 double crochet in each of those chains, working all the way back down. And when we get to that last stitch, we're going to stitch 2 double crochets and then join to our first chain 3. All right, and you'll notice as you're stitching, let me show you, it's already wanting to fold up, but we're going to be folding it this way because this is the outside of our bag. Okay, all right, so let's just stitch 1 double crochet in each of those chains. Again, we're working down the opposite or other side of our chain. All right, so let's just continue stitching 1 double crochet in each of the chains, working in the other or opposite side of our chain until we reach that last chain. So we began stitching in the other or opposite side of our chain, and we stitched 1 in each until we reached that last stitch, and this last stitch is that chain 3, and we're going to stitch 2 double crochets, and that will give us 28 on each side. Whoops, get back in there. There we go. And now we're going to join to the chain 3 with a slip stitch and chain 3. And this is how row 1 should look. You've got 28 and 28 double crochets, which equals 56. All right, and so that is row 1. Now, what I like to do at this point, since I'm making a bag, is I like to go ahead and grab my needle and weave this beginning tail in. That way I don't have to turn my bag wrong side out in order to do it, but you can do it whenever that you want to. But I'm going to go ahead and weave this in, and then we'll do row number 2. All right, let's do row 2. Row 2 is super easy. Our chain 3 counts as our first stitch, and we're just going to stitch 1 double crochet in each of the double crochets, working all the way around both sides of our bag. Okay, and so we have 28 and 28, which is 56. So you're going to have a total of 56 double crochets working all the way around. All right, and so we're going to work all the way around, come around the corner, work all the way back up here, and join to our chain 3. And it's real important that you make sure that you have 56 double crochets for round or row 2. It's row 2, but we're working around. All right, 1 double crochet in each all the way around, join back to our chain 3 with the slip stitch and chain 3. So you can see that I have stitched a double crochet all the way around. I have 56 double crochets. I'm going to join to my chain 3 with a slip stitch and chain 3. Now on row 3, we're going to be setting it up with our 2 and 1. And what I mean by that is our chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. We're going to double crochet in the next. We're going to chain 1, skip the next double crochet, and then double crochet in the next 2. 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip the next, and double crochet in the next 2. 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip the next, double crochet in the next 2. 1 and 2. And this is our repeat all the way around. All right, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next 2. 1 and 2. And we'll just repeat this, working all the way around till we meet back to that first chain 3. Two double crochets, chain 1, skip 1, and repeat all the way around. All right, so I have completed this around, 2 double crochets, chain 1, skip 1, and when you get to the end, you'll have 2 double crochets, but you won't have an extra stitch down here. So we're going to go ahead and chain 1 and join to our chain 3. All right, and so we're only going to chain 1 this time. Now, what that's going to give you is 19 chain 1s and 38 double crochets. And so now you're going to end up with 57 total stitches. And that's okay. That makes it just flare just a little bit. And it's totally fine. I like it that way. And for the remainder of your project, each one of your rows are going to have 57 stitches. All right? Now we're ready for row 4. And what we're going to do in row 4 is we're going to do a row of single crochets. So you'll single crochet in the 2 double crochets, then you'll single crochet in the chain 1 space. You'll single crochet in the 2 double crochets, and then single crochet in the chain 1 space. And we'll do this all the way around. Single crochet in the chain 1 spaces and single crochet in all the double crochets. And that also includes that extra chain 1 that we added here at the end. All right? So it's just a solid row of single crochet, stitching a single crochet in each of the double crochets and in each of the chain 1 spaces all the way around. So I have completed row 4, which is just a solid row of single crochets, 1 in each of the double crochets and the chain 1 spaces. And remember, at the end where we had the extra chain 1 space, you want to make sure you put a single crochet in that extra chain 1 space, join to the first single crochet and chain 3. So now for row 5, we're just going to repeat what we did for row 3. We're going to stitch a double crochet in the next one because our chain 3 counts as 1, chain 1, skip 1, and 1 double crochet in the next 2, 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet in the next 2. Oh, and I wanted to remind you that on row 4 here, where we did our row of single crochets, you needed to have 57 single crochets, all right? Because remember, we had that extra chain 1 space. All right, so now we're just stitching 1 double crochet and the next 2 single crochets, chain 1, skip 1 single crochet, and 1 double crochet in the next 2. And we'll repeat this all the way around. So really, we're just repeating what we did on row 3. But we're stitching in single crochets instead of double crochets because we did that row of single crochets. All right, so we'll do this all the way around our bag and join back to our chain 3. I have completed row 5. Again, we stitched 1 double crochet in the next 2, we skipped the next, and 1 double crochet in the next 2. We chained 1 here, skipped that last stitch, joined to our chain 3 with a slip stitch and only chained 1. And that's because now we're going to do our row of single crochet, just like we did for row, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, row 4. Alrighty, so 1 single crochet in the 2 double crochets, 1 single crochet in the chain 1 space, and repeat all the way around. And I think now you're starting to understand how the pattern for the sides of our bag will work. One single crochet in each of the double crochets and in the chain 1 spaces, working all the way around, and join back to our first single crochet. I have completed row 6, which is our 1 single crochet in each double crochet and chain 1 space. And again, I have 57 single crochets. So now I think you understand the way the pattern repeats are worked. And so what you're going to do is you're going to continue to repeat row 5 and row 6, and you're going to repeat those for 20 more rows, alternating every other row. All right, so the next row would be the 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet row, and then the row after that would be the row of single crochets. So you're alternating every other row. All right, so you're going to repeat row 5 and row 6 for 20 more rows, alternating every other row. I have completed those 20 additional rows, so we have 26 rows. Isn't that pretty? I just love all the blues and whites that I chose in this. But again, you can use whatever colors that you would like. Now, you need to make sure that you end on a single crochet row. If you wanted it shorter, you could do less rows. If you wanted it even longer, you could do more rows. But make sure you end on a single crochet row. All right, now this next row, I ran out of yarn there, so I'm going to bring in my next color here. And our next row, we're going to be adding the strap or the band or the handle or whatever you want to call it that we're going to be using to hang up the bag. All right, so I've joined in my new color. We're going to single crochet in the first 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And just an FYI, this is going to be the back of your bag because we're going to make a handle here to hang it up. All right. Now we have 9 single crochets. We're going to chain 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now, I know you're thinking that is a really long handle for a trash bag, but I wanted it this way because this way, if you wanted to maybe take off the headrest, you could hang it into the back by hooking it over those 2 metal straps. And if you don't want to, you can always make the strap shorter by tying a knot. Or if you're not going to hang it that way, of course, you can make your strap shorter. All right, we're going to skip 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll go on the next stitch and stitch a single crochet. Now, at this point, before we go any farther, you need to look at your bag and make sure that this handle is centered on the back of your bag because you don't want it over to one side or the other. You want it to hang nice. You could have gotten off by a stitch or 2 without realizing it, and so that's why it's important to make sure this strap here, those 10 single crochets that we skipped, are centered in the back of the bag. All right, and so now all we're going to do is single crochet all the way around the rest of the bag. We're not putting a handle in the front because that's where we're going to be adding a drawstring so we can close it up just a little bit, but also we only need to hang it up from the back of the bag. All right, so we're just going to go on around stitching 1 single crochet in each of the single crochets around. So I've completed stitching the rest of the way around single crochets. I join to my first single crochet and chain 1. And so for this last row, what we're going to do is we're going to stitch 1 single crochet in each of the single crochets, and then when we get to the strap or the loop, we're going to stitch 1 single crochet in each of the chains around. And this is going to give us a nice sturdy handle or loop or hanging loop or whatever you want to call that strap to make it a little bit more sturdy. All right, so we're going to go in those chain stitches. And this is going to make this strap nice and sturdy because, you know, if we put some empty cans from soda or water bottles in there, it might be a little heavy instead of just a bunch of paper chip bags. So we want this handle to be nice and sturdy. All right, so I'm going to finish single crocheting down here, and then we'll single crochet all the way around the front of our bag, and then we'll make that drawstring. So I have completed that. We went around the handle and then all the way back around with single crochet stitches. I'm going to cut this off, kind of out of yarn anyway. Alrighty, so we're going to go in that next loop, pull that in so it looks nice and neat. Alright, I do need to weave that in, but we need to make a drawstring, and that's important because you don't want this to be gaping open and have your trash fall out. You want it to come in just a little bit, okay? And then I'll show you how to put the bag in and use it as a car trash bag. Alright, for the drawstring, we're just going to make our slip knot. We're just using one strand of cotton yarn, something that goes with the bag that we're making or not, doesn't matter. And we're going to chain 60 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we're going to chain 60 chains. So I have chained 60 chains, a couple more or less. We'll cut that off. Tie that off, and when I'm doing a drawstring, I like to tie a knot right up on the end of that chain so it doesn't come out. Nice and snug. And we'll just go ahead and clip that. And then we'll go to the other side and do the same thing. Just a nice knot right up on the end of the chain. A bit of a tug there and clip. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put this drawstring on our bag, and we're going to do it on the single crochet row before the last two. All right, and we want it to tie in the front. So what we're going to do, we want it to be in the center, so we're just going to go in and out every couple of stitches, and that's going to be the front. All right, normally I'll put my hook back and forth, but since I'm doing single crochets, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to count forward 4 and go up 2. And it may take a little bit longer, but since we're working in single crochet stitches and not double crochets, I'm not going to be able to do it that way. All right, so I'm just going to work this through all the way around my bag. And this is important because if we don't keep the bag a little bit closed at the top, all the trash will fall out and you'll end up with just even a bigger mess. Or if you're using it for a project bag, that could be a catastrophe as well, because all your stuff falls out. All right, so I'm just going to continue going around the bag, putting in the drawstring as I showed you. So I've added the drawstring. You can see around the back I've gathered it some. It's just enough so that the bag doesn't come out. And what I do is I don't tie a bow or anything. I put the two ends together and just make a knot like that, okay? That way you have a little bit of gathering but not a lot, okay? And then you just take your plastic bag, stick it down in there, and open it up. And you've got a nice trash bag to keep your things clean in your car, as well as use as a project bag. And of course, if you're going to use it as a project bag or maybe just a bag to take along with you, you might not want to use the plastic bag. So now we have a trash bag we can put in our car. We can hang it maybe on the back where those headrests come out, or you can hook it on one of the knobs in the front, or maybe this gear shift that you can hang this on. You can put all your trash in this plastic bag, and then when you stop to get gas, you can pull out the bag, throw it in the trash. But this also makes a great project bag. You can put all your things in there, hang it up, put your yarn inside, stitch right out of it. It also makes a great toy bag if you're going on a trip and you want to put some toys in the bag for your kiddos. You can hang this again on the back where those headrests are. Pull those out, put this in there and have the headrest hold it. And they can put their toys, color books and crayons. I mean, it's a great car bag, a great take-along bag, and it's really fun to make just using up all your leftover cotton scraps.